Go look at sources. I think more people should follow the laws of primary, or I guess elementary, middle, and high school, like following the primary and secondary sources rules, corroboration, stuff like that. Because I was wondering, I was about to make a video prior to this about how the OpenAI president Greg Brockman had donated $25 million to Trump, right, for his super PAC. I was going to talk about how like the deregulation I assume is going to be coming soon and all that. I assumed that this donation had taken place recently because the way people are talking was in the present tense, like, oh, dang, he just donated this. 2026 is gonna be crazy, blah blah blah. And then also in addition to this, I saw that there was chatter about OpenAI buying Pinterest. I was like, okay, I'm also going to talk about this now. OpenAI is going to be on this generational run. And then before I made the video, I was like, maybe I should look into this a bit more. Let me see what's going on, so I don't just say BS because I actually feel bad anytime I make a video and I found I just said BS. So I looked into the Greg Brockman one. That's the president of OpenAI. So what happened was that for the super PACs, you have to do like a filing every now and then, given certain things. I think after funding like a politician for their campaign. And the Greg Brockman donation was actually in September. So it wasn't even recent. Like it wasn't recent. I guess September is fairly recent. But I assumed it was like January, right? So I was going to talk about it in that sense of like, okay, what should we expect and all that. And then the Pinterest one was someone analyzing the market and predicting that Pinterest, OpenAI is going to buy Pinterest. It was even like some elements saying, oh, we're interested in Pinterest. It was more so someone from the information. I believe like they're like a data analysis or market analysis news company, just being like, oh yeah, one of our predictions for 2026 Pinterest is going to be bought by OpenAI. Um, I'm happy I went into those sources because I was going to say BS, right? I think more people should do that for general things, like especially as you have conversations, just being able to acknowledge that you don't know everything and it's okay to go correct yourself. I remember with those two things. I remember I told my brother and a friend, like, oh, this is really cool. And I found out that some of the stuff I told them was wrong. So I literally just went back and just like the conversation was over, I went back and said, yeah, this was wrong, right? Because I think once you find out your information that you spent was wrong, you have the responsibility to do that. But I really do hope, especially with the rise of AI tools, AI generated content, how much the velocity. I like that I'm using words. The velocity at which you can generate content and spread it now. I think people should be more intentional about following those rules. You learn, you learn early on. Um, because those are really the things that help. Like there's not like some new curriculum you need in the age of AI to know how to find out what's true and what's not true, right? It's just the simple stuff like find the primary source, and then if it's a secondary source, check corroborating with other stuff you see. Is this true, right? Even with the stuff going on in Venezuela now, like there's some stuff like, oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? And then I'm like, okay, someone said this. This person is in like a news source, and it's just like a random person on Twitter. So I'm going to go try and find the source where they got this from, corroborate that with something else, and blah blah blah. And see like, okay, what can I try and get from that? Um, but yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy I didn't go say some BS. So I think that's pretty much the video. I have some small chops right next to me as my reward for being a good journalist or whatever. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool. Besides that, though, I have nothing else to say. So have a great day.